Okay, ang discussion natin today ay on another type of angular momentum. Okay, this angular momentum pertains to what's called the spin, okay, angular momentum of the of a particle. Okay, turns out na lahat ng particles ay merong spin angular momentum. Okay, and mathematically, the way you treat spin angular momentum is tawag dito, exactly the same in form yung mga equations with the angular momentum. Okay, yung linear na angular momentum o yung L. However, there's a fundamental difference between that type of momentum tsaka yung spin angular momentum. Yung difference na yun ay nag-arise dun sa tawag dito uh, m na value, okay, nung angular momentum, because yung angular momentum L takes on values of m na integer lang. On the other hand, pagdating sa spin angular momentum, they can have tawag dito non-integer values, fractional values. And it will depend on the type of particle, okay, na pinag-uusapan. Okay, like for example, okay, tulad ng napag-usapan natin last time or siguro nabasa nyo na or napakinggan nyo dun sa lesson. Yung spin ng electron is 1/2. Okay, yung spin ng photons ay 1. Yung pi mesons have 0. Deltas have spin 3/2, gravitons have spin 2, okay, and so on and so forth. Okay, so yung quantum number na spin S, okay, can have integer values, non-integer values. Okay. Correspondingly, yung M ay magiging equal sa M from magra-run from negative S, okay, to positive S. So for an electron, okay, na merong spin 1/2, yung M niya is just negative 1/2 tsaka positive 1/2. So in this case, dalawa lang yung eigenvalues nung eigenfunctions ng electron. Or dalawa lang yung states pala, sorry. Dalawa yung states ng electron. Okay. Now, in the case of spins, okay, yung ket vector natin, sinusulat na natin siya using two parameters. Okay, yung parameters na yun ay S and M. Okay, so yung state vector natin, we write as S, M. Okay, yung S corresponds to the spin and yung M yung quantum number na para sa spin angular momentum. Okay, pwede nyo ring isulat to na ganito S M. Okay? Pareho lang yung ibig sabihin niyan. Okay, in some textbooks ganyan yung ginagawa nila. Now we have these operators, okay? State vector. Hindi ba malinaw yung handwriting? So yung mga quantum numbers na yan, of course, okay, well, you can get information from these quantum numbers, okay, by through yung mga observables ng spin angular momentum. Just like yung angular momentum L, okay, meron ding observables itong spin angular momentum, okay, na Sx, Sy, Sz, Okay, S squared. Okay, tapos, and then yung creation tsaka annihilation operators for the spin angular momentum. So you have Sx, Sy, Sx, Sy, Sz, S squared, and then yung tawag dito, plus or minus that. Creation tsaka annihilation operators. Okay, and yun nga, tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, mathematically, they're just exactly the same as yung angular momentum L. Okay, so for example, yung commutation relations, if you take a look at the commutation relations, okay, we have Sx, Sy equals sa IH bar Sz, okay, Sy, Sz equals sa IH bar Sx, and Sz, Sx equals sa IH bar Sy. Okay? Now, tawag dito, so yung mga operators, okay, will also have the same form. Okay, so for example, S squared, okay, operating on the state vector. Now, remember na ito na yung state vector natin, Sm. Okay, and naalala niyo ba kung ano yung S squared? L squared operating on psi? H bar squared, L times L plus 1. So similarly, S times S plus 1. Okay, state vector Sm. Okay, yung Sz operating on the state vector Sm ay equal sa mh bar Sm. And yung S plus minus, okay, Sm, okay, will have in form will be exactly the same as yung sa angular momentum L. Okay? Okay, so makikita nyo dito na itong S squared acts only on this tawag dito variable. Okay. At ito, dun siya nag-act. And then ito nag-act on both variables. Okay? Ha? Nakalamustas? Okay. Now, hindi pa natin sinulat yung SX. Okay, kasi i-define natin 'yan. Well, pwede na natin actually siyang i-define ngayon. So, recall na sa L, okay, we related yung LX tsaka LY with the creation tsaka annihilation operators. Okay? So, sinabi natin na yung S plus tsaka S minus ay equal sa SX plus or minus I SY. Okay, which implies na yung SX ay equal sa 1/2 S plus plus S minus, and then yung SY ay equal sa 1/2I S plus minus S minus. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now, again, for an electron, you have S equals 1/2, tapos yung M is negative 1/2, 1/2. Which means na dalawa lang yung possible states ng electron. Okay. So yung states na yun ay 1/2, 1/2, at saka 1/2, negative 1/2. Okay, so you call this the spin-up state at ito naman ay tinatawag na spin-down state. Okay na? Open nyo na. Okay. Ngayon, ang gawin natin ay tignan natin kung anong effect ng mga operators na ito dun sa state vector ng electron. Okay. So let's say S squared operating on the spin-up state. Okay. Anong lalabas dyan? Anong definition? No-notes kayo, di ba? So H bar times S times S plus 1. So H bar squared times 1/2 times 3/2, 1/2, 1/2. So ito ay equal sa 3/4 H bar squared, 1/2, 1/2. And ang S squared, 1/2, negative 1/2 ay equal sa H bar squared, 1/2, 3/2 din. Kasi remember na ang S squared operates only on S. 1/2, negative 1/2 equals sa 3/4 H bar squared, 1/2, negative 1/2. Okay. SZ, okay, operating on the spin-up state. Anong lalabas dito? So MH bar, di ba? In this case, ang value ng M dito is 1/2. So this will become H bar over 2, 1/2, 1/2. And then yung SZ operating on the spin down state will give you negative H bar over 2, 1/2, negative 1/2. Naintindihan niyo kung paano nangyari yan? Kasi M yung ano, di ba? Ang state, ang eigenvalue is MH bar. Okay. So now we do the creation operator. Let that operate on the spin up state. Creation operator operating on the spin up state will give you Anong sagot? Creation operator operating on the spin up state will give you what? Ha? Ano? May sumasagot ng 0, may sumasagot ng H. May pwede pa bang, may state pa ba higher than the spin up state? Remember, for an electron, dalawa lang ang states. Spin up or spin down. And if you are applying the creator operator on a spin up state, which is the highest state, okay, wala nang state higher than that. So, ibig sabihin, ito ay 0. Ay, 0. Okay? Spin up operating on the spin down state will give us ano yung eigenvalue? Ayan, no? Di ba? Ayan. Spin up, di ba? So, S plus 1 minus M plus 1. Okay? So, H bar, tapos, ano yung S dito? 1/2 times 3/2. Naintindihan nyo kung ba 3/2? Minus M, which is negative 1/2. Tapos, M plus 1, which is 1/2. Okay? And then, square root niyan. Tapos, anong mangyayari sa state na to? 1/2. Hindi, nag-create ka nga eh. Magiging positive 1/2. Right? Right? So, angat na siya dun sa next state. Okay? So, simplify lang natin. Ano ang 1/2 times 3/2? 3/4. 3/4 minus 3/4 plus 1/4 ay 1. Square root ng 1 ay 1. So, this is 1/2. H bar 1/2. 1/2. Ayos? Okay. Annihilation operator, lowering operator operating on the spin up state. It will give us what? So H bar times 1/2 times 3/2 minus 1/2 tapos M minus 1 na to, di ba? So this is negative 1/2 then square root. Tapos ito ay 1/2 negative 1/2. Okay. Ano yun? Mhm. Hindi ko naintindihan. Kung saan mo tinatanong? Paano tinatanong mo? Specific ka. Hindi ko naintindihan kung ano yung tanong mo. Ito. Ito ang linya na to. Bakit? Kung bakit ito naging 1/2, ito? Kasi nag-create ka, di ba? Yun yung ginagawa ng creation operator. Creation operator. From the spin down state, apply mo yung creation operator, pupunta siya sa spin up state. Okay? Ganun din itong ganun din ito. Ito ay nasa spin up state. dahil nag-apply kayo ng lowering operator, pupunta siya sa spin down state. Okay. Pero may corresponding siya na normalization. Normalization constant. Okay na? Okay na? Okay. So, simplify natin to ngayon. This is h bar. Siyempre, 3/4 plus 1/4. This is 1. So, this will be 1/2 negative 1/2. Okay, so next, Sx. So operating on the spin up operator. So ang Sx sabi natin is 1/2 S plus plus S minus. Operating on the spin up operator. Tama ba? Yung first term will give us 0. Right? At yung second term will give us h bar 1/2 negative 1/2. So h bar over 2 1/2 negative 1/2. Sy. Sx operating on the spin down operator. So 1/2 times S plus plus S minus. Okay, anong gagawin nito? Yung first term, 1/2 negative 1/2. So yung first term will give us h bar over 2 1/2 1/2 kasi nag-create siya. Right? And yung second term will just give us 0. Ay, may kulang pala ako dito ah. Hindi ko nailagay. Okay, ang nakalimutan ko dito is S minus operating on the spin down state. At yan ay equal to 0. Intindihan niyo kung bakit 0 yan? Yes. Okay, good. Okay na? Sy operating on the spin up state will give us one-half S plus minus S minus 1/2 1/2. So this will be equal to, so yung first term will give us 0 and yung second term will give us over 2i. H bar, negative H bar over 2i 1/2 negative 1/2. Naintindihan niyo? Ang sunod. And then yung Sy naman dito, operating on the spin down state. So 1 over 2i S plus minus S minus. Okay. 1/2 1/2 will give us, so yung first operator S plus operating on 1/2. Ay, ba't ganyan? Negative 1/2. S plus operating on the state vector will give us H bar over 2i, 1/2, 1/2. Tapos yung second operator, operating on that state vector will give us 0. Excuse. Okay? Yan na yung pinakailalim niya. Sige, yan. Hawakan ko dyan. Dalian nyo, nakakangawit. Ah, sakit. Okay na? Nakasunod? Okay. So basically ganyan yung ano, no? Ganyan yung ginagawa ng operators when they operate in the state vectors. Okay? And anong tawag dito? Siyempre for a photon or for other particles, mag-iiba lang yung state vectors, pero yung effect ng mga operators on those state vectors will still be the same. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin? So for example, for a photon, anong spin niya? Ang spin ng photon ay 1, right? Tapos, ang m niya ay from -1 to 1. Okay? Integer values. -1, so 0 and 1. So sa photon, meron kang tatlong states. 1, 1, yan yung tawag dito, topmost state. And then 1, 0, yan yung middle state. And then 1, -1, yan yung bottom state. Okay? Okay. Now, itong mga ano na to, itong mga operators na ito can actually be expressed, okay, in matrix notation. They have an equivalent matrix tawag dito, representation. So yung matrix representation ng mga ano ng mga operators, okay, are given by S squared equals 3/4 H bar squared 1, 0, 0, 1. Yung S creation operator is given by H bar 0, 1, 0, 0. Yung annihilation operator is given by 0, 0, 1, 0. And then yung Sx is given by H bar over 2, 0, 1, 1, 0. Sy is given by H bar over 2, 0, -I, 0. Then Sz is equal to H bar over 2, 1, 0, 0, -1. Now, itong matrices na ito, na in-underline ko, okay, they're actually called poly-spin matrices. Okay? So, ito ngayon is sigma x. Yung sigma x is the matrix. Okay? sigma y ay yung matrix na yan, 0, negative 1, 0, negative I 0. And then yung sigma z, yung, ay yung 1, 0, 0, negative 1. So, yung spin vector ngayon ay pwede nyo isulat as h bar over 2 times yung poly spin matrix na vector. Ano, questions? Questions? Now, if yung mga spin operators na ito have tawag dito can be expressed as in matrix notation, ibig sabihin dapat yung mga yung state vector nyo ay pwede ring i-express as anong tawag dito as matrices din. Okay? Otherwise, 'di ba? Paano mag-ooperate yung matrix sa isang vector kung yung vector na yun ay hindi pwede i-express as a matrix. So dapat pwede siyang maging ano. So yung spin up state, ang corresponding na ano niya na matrix notation ay 1, 0. At yung spin down state in ket in state vector notation ay 0, 1. Okay? Ngayon, itong matrix na to, okay, ay tinatawag natin or pwede rin natin siyang isulat as using the symbol na chi, so chi plus, at ito ay chi minus. Hindi high, chi. Binibigas yung C. Okay, so yung total spin ngayon can be written as A chi plus B chi minus, where A and B are coefficients that are to be determined. Okay. At dahil nga pwede siyang isulat in matrix form, ito ay 1, 0, at ito naman ay 0, 1. Okay ba? Or A0 plus 0B or A, B. Now, yung adjoint nung ano na yan, nung state vector na yan, okay, ano bang definition ng adjoint? Transpose, and then yung imaginary number I ay gagawin yung negative I. Dito wala namang tawag dito imaginary number dito unless na yung A ay inimpose natin na complex. Okay, pero ang mangyayari lang dito is that this will become, instead of a column matrix, magiging row matrix. Okay, or A 1, 0 plus B 0, 1. Tinas ko ulit. Okay na? Dapat i-workout ko pala tong daliri na to eh, no? Okay, any questions? Ay, hindi ka pa pala tapos. Okay na? Okay. Now, dito, remember na itong chi-plus ay yung in ket notation, ganyan siya, di ba? At ito naman, in ket notation ay ganyan. Right? So, yung ibig sabihin itong chi ay pwede rin nating i-express in terms of ket notation or bracket notation. Pero dito, ilalagay lang natin siya as ket chi. Okay, so if you want to get the total probability, ang gagawin natin ay kukunin natin yung bra chi operate on ket chi. Okay, now ang bra chi is just chi dagger. Di ba? Di ba? Mag-ano siya, magta-transpose siya tsaka imaginary. Okay, so, ibig sabihin, ito, ang operation na ito magiging A times 1, 0 plus B times 0, 1 na matrix. And then, yung ket chi ay ay A 1, 0 plus B 0, 1. Okay, so ngayon, i-ano natin yan, ano? I-multiply natin. So, this multiply to that, anong mangyayari dyan? A squared so equals sa A squared, and then 1 squared plus 0 squared. So 1. Tama? Tama? Diba? Okay. And then this multiplied to that will give us AB okay. Pero pag minultiply niyo yung dalawang matrix, ang magiging result ay 0. Similarly, pag ito, minultiply niyo dyan, you have BA, pero pag minultiply niyo yung matrix, magiging 0. And finally, ito, multiply to that will give us B squared tapos 0 squared plus 1 squared, so 1. Okay. Now, to generalize lalagyan natin to ng absolute value. Okay, kasi para ma-cover yung complex na ano. And alam natin na ito yung, since ito yung total state vector, yung probability na makita niyo yung particle over the whole space is what? Okay na? Okay? Ano, madali lang, di ba? Wala na talaga kayong tiwala sa akin, ano? Okay, S squared operating on chi. Okay, chi is the total state vector. So S squared operating on chi. So, ay boring pala eh. Ah, 1, 0, 0, 1. Tama no? Di ba yan yung S squared? Di ba? S squared expressed in matrix notation. Tapos yung chi ay A 1, 0 plus B 0, 1. So equal ngayon to sa 3/4 H bar squared tapos A tapos pag multiply yung dalawang matrix na yan, anong lalabas? So 1 times 1, di ba? Tapos 0 times 0 will give us 1. Tama? And then 0 times 1 times 1 times 0 will give us 0. Okay. Plus B, okay, ito naman, 1 times 0 plus 0 times 1 is 0. And then 0 times 0 plus 1 times 1 is 1. Pero yan is nothing but yung ito ay yung inyong state vector, total state vector na nakain. Okay, which is the same sa nakuha dito. Right? So consistent yung operation regardless kung matrix representation yung gagamitin natin or ket tawag dito ket representation. Pero this time express ito not just dun sa not just sa spin up tsaka sa spin down state but yung both spin up tsaka spin down state. Okay, next. SZ operating on the total. Ano ang matrix representation ng HSZ? H bar over 2 times 1, 0, 0, negative 1. And then yung chi ay A 1, 0 plus B 0, 1. So this gives us H bar over 2, A, tapos 1 times 1 plus 0 times 0 is 1. And then 0 times 1 times negative 1 times 0 is 0. Plus B. Okay, and then 1 times 0 is 0 plus 0 times negative 1. So 0. And then 0, negative 1, anong tawag dito? 0, -1, 0, -1. Okay. So this will give us, hindi natin alam kung ano yan, ano? Okay lang. No problem. So yung vector na yan, state vector na yan is A minus B. Naintindihan niyo naman kung paano nangyari yan, ano? Okay, questions? Questions? Wala? Okay, what about yung ibang observables? So, ang hindi natin naisulat dito ay Sx tsaka Sy. Yeah. Sx is actually this one. Okay? Tawag dito ay Sy ay ganyan and then yung Szi ay ganyan. Okay, so punta na tayo ngayon dun sa, ano, sa interpretation. Okay. Now, kung titignan natin ito, ay, ito, ang ginawa natin dyan ay meron tayong dalawang states. Okay? Chi plus tsaka chi minus na may coefficients na A and B. Okay? So yung chi dito, which is yung total state vector, involves yung sum ng spin up tsaka spin down states. So ang nangyayari dyan is meron kang dalawang states that are added together, or in quantum mechanics, quantum physics, ito yung representation ng superposition of states. Okay? So yung chi na wave function, chi na state vector, is the superposition of states ng spin up tsaka spin down. Okay. Then, kung titignan nyo ito, itong equation na ito, S squared chi, so you have a wave function. Ito yung operator. Anong tawag natin dito? Sa 3/4 h bar squared. Eigenvalue. So the eigenvalue of the observable S squared is 3/4 h bar squared. Is 3/4 h bar squared. Ngayon, yung SZ ay hindi natin na-express in the same way as S squared. Diba? So yung H bar over 2 ay hindi siya yung eigenvalue niya. Okay? So paano natin ngayon kukunin yung eigenvalue? In fact, paano natin kukunin yung eigenvalue ng ibang observables ng Sx, Sy, tsaka Sz? Paano ba natin kinukuha yung eigenvalues? If we know the eigenvectors. Anong method ang ginagamit natin to get the eigenvalues of an observable? Hmm? Ano na? Eigenfunction? Hmm, oo. Pero kung halimbawa observable lang yung given, paano nyo kinukuha yung eigenvalue? And actually, makukuha nyo na nga eigenfunction from the eigenvalue, di ba? Paano? Ha? Wala? Walang suggestion? Okay lang, magkakamali. Wala naman, hindi naman exam to eh. Ano? Sabihin mo na, Edgemar? Sa? Expectation value. Pero to get expectation value is an act of measuring the state of the system, di ba? It doesn't give you it doesn't give you yung eigenvalue tsaka eigenvector. And para makuha yung tawag dito expectation value, kailangan nyo na yung eigenvector. Okay? At saka yung eigenvalues. Okay? So again, kung meron kayong ganitong matrix, paano nyo kukunin yung ganyang set of matrices? For each of those matrices, paano nyo kukunin yung eigenvalue and yung eigenvector? Wala talaga? Ang method ay diagonalization. Nalala niyo ba kung paano mag-diagonalize? Walang Gauss Jordan shit na gagawin diyan. Inverse matrix doon yung ginagamit yung Gauss Jordan sa inverse pagkuha ng inverse. Okay? So how do we diagonalize? Ano bang ginagawa niyo pag magda-diagonalize? So for example, if you want to get the eigenvalue of SZ, okay, paanong method ng diagonalization? SZ minus lambda, di ba? Times the identity matrix. Yung determinant niyan ay equal dapat sa 0. Right? Okay. So, ang SZ, ano na nga yung SZ na matrix? Ito. H bar over 2, 1, 0, 0, negative 1. So 1, 0, 0, negative 1 minus lambda and then identity matrix na 0. Yan. Kunin niyo yung determinant niyan. So 1 minus lambda tapos 0 and then 0 tapos negative 1 minus lambda. Ay. And then yung determinant niyan. So anong determinant niyan? Negative 1 plus 1 minus lambda times 1 plus lambda ay dapat equal sa 0 or negative lambda squared minus 1 equal to 0. Ay, shoot. Meron ako nakalimutan. Anyway, dapat may h bar over 2 dito. So dapat may h bar over 2 dito sa labas. So dito meron ka ring h bar over 2. At ito ay negative h bar over 2. Dali. Ayusin na nga natin. Sorry. Ayusin natin. Kasi hindi mali na coefficient yung h bar over 2 ng ano. Coefficient siya ng SC kasi h bar over 2. Diyan. So, ulitin natin. H bar over 2 minus lambda 0, 0, negative h bar over 2 minus lambda. Okay. And dapat determinant yun. Equal to 0. So, equal ngayon sa negative h bar over 2 minus lambda h bar over 2 plus lambda, or negative equals to 0, negative h bar squared over 4 minus lambda squared equal to 0. Or lambda squared minus h bar squared over 4. Okay? Anong what happened? What happened? Nakasunod? Nakasunod? Okay na? So yung lambda, yung lambda ngayon can take on values na plus or minus h bar over 2. Okay? So, then we get the eigenvector. So for lambda equal to plus h bar over 2, ang gagawin natin ay yung SZ, h bar over 2, 0, 1, 1, 0, SZ is, sorry, 1, 0, 0, negative 1, then some arbitrary na na state vector alpha beta, where alpha and beta are to be determined kasi sila yun yung magiging state vector nyo. And then yung eigenvalue na h bar over 2 tapos alpha beta. Okay, so ang form na yan is SZ alpha beta equals sa eigenvalue na plus h bar over 2 alpha beta. So this will give us h bar over 2, and then 1 times alpha is alpha, plus 0 times beta, so alpha, and then 0 times alpha, and then plus negative 1 times beta, so negative beta, equals sa h bar over 2 alpha beta. And cancel syempre yung yung alpha h bar over 2, ang matitira is alpha equal to alpha and beta ay equal sa negative beta. So, ano ang tawag dito? Kailan mangyayari yan? Mangyayari lang yan pag yung alpha ay may value na 1 at yung beta ay may value na na 0. Right? right? There's no other value for beta where beta will be equal to negative beta. Tama? Okay. So, pwede nating i-test. Okay? So, halimbawa, h bar over 2, 1, 0, 0, negative 1. Okay? And then, 1, 0. Okay? So, anong lalabas dito? 1, then 0. Okay, so 1. So h bar over 2, ito ay 1. And then 0 times 0, so 0. So tama, di ba? Tama yung lumabas. Okay. SZ, then yung tawag dito, alpha beta na state vector, and then h bar over 2, yung eigenvalue, and then alpha beta. Right? Actually, ang 1, 0 is chi plus. So, ang sinasabi rin dito is, if you, so yung isang eigenvalue ng SZ, okay, if SZ operates on chi plus, yung corresponding eigenvalue niya is plus h bar over 2 chi plus. Okay? May tanong? Okay. For lambda equals negative h bar over 2. Okay, tignan naman natin yung pangalawang eigenvector. So again, h bar over 2, 1, 0, 0, negative 1. Okay, yan yung SZ. And then yung arbitrary na vector. And then ang eigenvalue niyan dapat ay negative h bar over 2 tapos alpha, beta. So in this case, ito ay maging h bar over 2 and then syempre 1 or alpha, beta, negative beta equals sa h bar over 2 negative alpha, negative beta. So pinasok ko lang yung negative sign doon. Okay? Which means na the only values that will tawag dito make this equation true is when alpha is equal to 0 and beta is equal to 1. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, dito, ang pag yung eigenvalue ay negative h bar over 2, ito yung state vector niya. Okay, so SZ chi minus ay equals sa negative h bar over 2 chi minus. Yes. Okay. Yan na yung eigenvalues ng SZ. Tignan naman natin yung SX. Okay. Ano yung tawag dito? Eigenvalues ng SX. So ang SX ay equal sa h bar over 2 and then 0, 1, 1, 0. So again, para makuha yung ano, eigenvalues. So, Sx minus lambda times yung identity matrix, and then kunin nyo yung determinant ng yan, then equate it to 0. So, tawag dito, h bar over 2 times 0, 1, 1, 0 minus lambda times 1, 0, 0, 1. Kunin yung determinant niyan. This gives us ano? 0 minus lambda, so negative lambda. Right? Tapos h bar over 2. Tapos ito ay h bar over 2. And then ito naman ay negative lambda. At yan ay dapat equal to 0. So, lambda squared minus h bar squared over 4 ay dapat equal to 0. So, lambda is equal to plus or minus h bar over 2. So, same eigenvalues. Pero tignan natin kung ano yung kalalabasan na eigenvector. So, tignan natin ngayon yung ano ngayon yung corresponding na eigenvalue for the eigenvector for the eigenvalue positive h bar over 2. So, for the eigenvalue na positive h bar over 2, okay, so h bar over 2 tapos 0, 1, 1, 0, and then alpha, beta equals sa h bar over 2, alpha, beta. So, anong sagot dito? H bar, sorry, 0 times alpha plus 1 times beta. So, h bar over 2, beta. Then 1 times alpha plus 0 times beta. So, alpha equal to sa h bar over 2, alpha, beta. So, anong possible values, okay, ng alpha at saka ng beta dito? Equal sila, di ba? Yes. So, 1, 1. Oh, nagpapauso ba kayo? Ibang version nyo yan ng 6, 7, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So, yung eigenvector nyo ngayon is 1, 1. Pero kung titignan nyo, hindi siya normalized. Di ba? Kasi alpha squared plus beta squared will give you 2. Para ma-normalize siya, kailangan nyo maglagay ng 1 over square root of 2 dyan. Okay? Na coefficient. Next. For lambda equals to negative h bar over 2, okay, dali lang. Kompletuhin muna natin yung statement. Para lang clear. So, Sx operating on the state vector 1 over square root of 2, 1, 1 will give you an eigenvalue of positive h bar over 2, 1 over square root of 2, 1, 1. Square brackets lang yan. And then yung state vector na. Okay, so for the eigenvalue na negative h bar over 2, okay, so h bar over 2, 0, 1, 1, 0, ito yung Sx. Then yung alpha, beta, alpha and beta to be determined. And then yung eigenvalue niya is negative h bar over 2, then alpha, beta. So this is h bar over 2, beta, alpha equals a negative h bar over 2, alpha, beta. Okay, so kailan magiging true yung equation na ito? So beta is equal to negative alpha, di ba? Or alpha is equal to negative beta. So kailan magiging true yung equation na yan? If alpha is equal to 1, then yung beta ay equal sa negative 1. So in this case, ang eigenvector ninyo is alpha beta equal sa 1, negative 1. Okay, pero isisingit natin dyan yung normalization. Okay, na 1 over square root of 2. So yung Sx operating on 1 over square root of 2, 1 minus 1 ay equal sa, may eigenvalue na negative h bar over 2, 1 over square root of 2, 1, 1. Hmm? Ano? Mhm. Inoperate na Sx? Ay, naka? Hindi. Naka-matrix representation tayo. Oh. Hindi tayo naka-bracket notation. So, matrix representation yung mga yan. Okay. Okay ba? Any questions? Siyempre, iwan ko na sa inyo yung SY. And you expect that it will have an imaginary number. Kasi tignan niyo yung SY na matrix. Okay, yung SY na matrix, okay, ay ganyan, yung itsura. Okay, may imaginary number. Sige, pag-practicean niyo, kunin yung eigenvalues tsaka eigenvectors niya. Okay, now just to be just to tawag dito, to sort of complete yung tawag dito, picture, sorry, yung notations. Okay, dito, 'di ba sa SZ, sinabi natin na yung ket chi plus, okay, chi plus ket or chi plus, kahit chi plus lang is equal to 1, 0. Okay, which is nothing but yung spin up na state vector. Ito naman, okay, chi minus, or gusto nyo chi minus, is equal to 0, 1, okay, which is nothing but yung spin down vectors. Okay, now ito, i-define natin ito ngayon as ket plus, okay, and then lalagyan natin ito ng saan na yan? Dali Ayaw ko lang magulo yung notation. Lalagyan ko ngayon to ng x din sa ibabaw. Okay? To indicate na etong eigenvector na yan represented in matrix form, okay, has this tawag dito, state vector in ket notation. Okay? May superscript na x to indicate na ang tawag dito na yan ay eigenvector ng Sx. Okay? In the same way, ito ay S minus, okay, nilalagyan ko ng, ay ba't S minus? Sorry. Chi minus, nilalagyan ko ng superscript na X doon to indicate na yan yung spin down, tawag dito, operator, state vector ng ano na to, ng eigenvector na yan. Okay, so if you write it down, so chi plus x, okay, ay pwedeng isulat as 1 over square root of 2, 1 over square root of 2 in matrix representation. At yung corresponding na eigenvalue nito is plus h bar over 2. Tapos yung chi minus, okay, super x ay 1 over square root of 2, negative 1 over square root of 2. At yung kanyang eigenvalue ay negative h bar over 2. Okay, one final note. Bago tayo mag-dismiss. Mga magic words yun sa inyo, no? Happy words, di ba? Dismiss. Ay. Okay, sandali ah. Saan na ba yun? Ito. Sorry. Yan. Yung chi plus at saka chi minus dyan, okay, yung chi plus at saka chi minus ay tinatawag na spinors. So, chi plus at saka chi minus, ang tawag sa kanila ay spinors. Spinors. Okay. Spinor. So, etong mga to, yung chi plus ng x at saka chi minus ng x ay spinors of Sx. Spinors or eigenspinors. Okay. Ay. Okay. Now, for some of you, yung representation na ito ay a little bit familiar na. Kasi itong ganitong klaseng representation at itong ganitong klaseng mathematics is exactly yung mathematics na ginagamit sa quantum computing. Okay? So, sa quantum computing, you use what are called qubits, and qubits are superposition of states, spin up tsaka spin down. And you create superposition of states na spin up tsaka spin down from electrons that are cooled down to extremely low temperatures, pwede ring photons, bipolarization, Okay, so ipopolarize nyo yung photons, gagamit kayo ng filters para mag-spin up siya at mag-spin down. Okay, and meron ngayon tinatawag na neutral atoms where you use lasers to control yung kanilang spin. So kumbaga meron kayong, syempre, ang spin ng electrons, random yan, di ba? Pero you can apply a laser along the X, along the Y, tsaka along the Z to sort of freeze yung electron na yon to a particular state. Okay? So yun yung ano, yun yung mga technologies na meron ngayon pagdating sa quantum computing. Okay. Any questions? Wala? Okay, sige. Kita-kita tayo.